Hello, hello, and welcome to the Money Bus, coming to you live from the studios of Radio Biosa 97.1 FM, right here in the heart of Yenagoa, Biosa State, Nigeria. Okay, right, I would say, financial literacy program that helps you, on your journey as you um, want to become financially free. You're armed with the relevant knowledge around making money, managing it, and also multiplying money. So I say, welcome again today. My name is Rita Fabor, and like always, I like to urge you to get possibly a writing pad, or you want to maybe use your notes app on your phone. But by all means, I need you to take down something from this program today. So um, stay tuned. And again, I want to inform us that we also have our YouTube audience, not just our radio audience. And so you might want to also be part of the YouTube audience. You're free to do so. Just head on to the Money Boss, our YouTube channel. And while you're there, like this stream. Um, Also engage with us by way of commenting. And most importantly, subscribe so that you would always get value when those episodes, that are value packed, drop on our YouTube channel. So welcome today to the Money Boss. All right. Having said that, I want to lean on what we have for you today. I am by myself in the studio. I said I was going to do the Money Boss in a way that one week I would have a guest, another I would go solo. Although I know sometimes I go solo for more than 1 week, but today I'm by myself in the studio. But like always, you are going to get value, so sit tight. All right, today we are talking about something that is going to be very beneficial to you. Like always, in fact, everything we talk about on this program is very beneficial. And many times I'm like, why didn't I get to know the things that I'm knowing now around money earlier than now? But it's okay. There is a saying that whenever you wake up, that is your money. So I would say, this is my money, and I want to believe it's your money also. So good morning to you. Okay, so we are talking today about 5 money habits keeping you broke without you realizing it. 5 money habits keeping you broke without you realizing it. You would agree with me that money doesn't just fall on our laps. There is a whole lot that goes into building wealth. And as much as I try not to, I always see the similarity between building wealth and building a house, and I like to use that illustration a lot of times. You don't just wake up one day and your house is standing. It doesn't work that way. You would have to start by desiring, in fact, that you want to have a house of your own. You want to own a house. And then, having done that, it's not enough still. You take it a step further to get the land upon which you want this house built. That's if you already do not have one. And then go on to um, get a plan of the kind of house you want to build. And you know it's stage by stage, up until you keep going, up until you eventually get to the stage where you start building this house, laying the foundation, and then building to the roof. you know and everything is done. There is a time for everything to be done. You don't just do things haphazardly. There is strategic planning, there is strategic action to be taken as you go along that journey. The same goes for building wealth. It's it takes strategic planning. It takes deliberate actions. It takes planned steps. And so it's a very serious business. So today we are talking about five money habits that could be responsible, for your current financial situation if you are broke and you don't even realize that it's doing that to you. And before I start out stating or saying these habits, I want to let you know that at some point I will open the phone line. Today we are using could be keeping you broke without you even realizing that that's what's happening. The first one is you treating every financial opportunity like it's your opportunity. Sometimes an opportunity can just creep up on us and it sounds so beautiful. It's like, okay, this could be it. And by all means, I'm not saying that we shouldn't, take opportunities or grab opportunities when they present, but many times certain opportunities are not just for us, but some persons treat every opportunity as if that's their opportunity, and in so doing they are getting it all wrong. They hear about a certain investment and they're like, this might be it, because we are talking about building wealth, right? Everybody wants to build wealth. Everybody wants to make it financially. Everybody wants to make it big, not just make it, but make it big at the end of the day. So we are looking out for opportunities to invest, opportunities to, do big things around money. So we think that after all, we've been told that the way to go, one of the ways, is by building multiple streams of income. And so we say, okay, this opportunity that has presented itself could just be what I need, but that will be wrong. Really, not every opportunity is for you. Don't just hear about a new business and you jump at it. Don't just hear about one new investment and you decide to be involved in it, or one property deal because you're trying to explore real estate. And so you jump at every property deal. No, don't do that. Or maybe it could be anything, any making money deal whatsoever or idea. Don't be quick to participate in it. Because when you do that, you will find sometimes that you will, instead of building wealth, you will lose what you have already put together. So you want to be careful. You want to take time to look at that opportunity again. Look at the pros and the cons. Think it through, and I mean really think it through, so that at the end of the day, you know the ins and the outs of everything. Okay? So do not jump at every opportunity. The Another thing, or let's if you keep spreading your limited capital, if you keep spreading it across too many opportunities, instead of becoming excellent at a few, then you will run into problems. So try to hold on to few opportunities instead of spreading, you know, um, your capital, your limited capital across too many opportunities. Not every opportunity deserves your money. Not every, not every opportunity deserves your money. So turn a blind eye to some of them else, because it could just, you know, destroy what you have already broke without you realizing it, in that thing that you are doing. So when you become comfortable with earning the same amount, you become comfortable with, maybe you're doing business, you're charging the same price, and you have become comfortable doing that, accepting the same opportunities, you have become comfortable with it, and you know, you become comfortable living with the same financial limitations. Even when you've gained new skills and experience, that becomes a problem. You begin to decline, you begin to come down. You know, sometimes poverty is maintained not only by what you spend, sometimes not only by what you spend, by refusing to grow your earning capacity. When you refuse to grow your earning capacity, you are calling for poverty. So these are the 5 money habits I have for us today that could be responsible for you being broke right now and you don't even realize it. I'll run through them again. 1, treating every financial opportunity like it's your opportunity. 2, refusing, being confusing, I beg your pardon, being busy with being productive. Thirdly, refusing to let your money sit still. Refusing to let your money sit still. Number 4, making yourself indispensable to everyone else except yourself. And the 5th one, refusing to increase your financial standards. So these are the 5 money habits I've said. So I'll give room for you to call into the program at this point and engage with us. I want to tell us which of these 5 habits you are guilty of and you have to change. Financial opportunity like it's your opportunity? Is it confusing being busy with being productive? Is it refusing to let your money sit still? Is it making yourself indispensable to everyone except yourself, or is it refusing to increase your financial standards? So when you call into the program, you tell us which of these you're guilty of and what you want to do about it. And then on YouTube, also you can engage, go to the comments section, and then tell us which of these 5 money habits you think you are guilty of and what you can do to change it. So I'm calling out the phone number now for those listening on radio 97.1, Radio Biosa 97.1 FM. I'll call out the number now. I want to ask that please you do well to reduce the volume of your radio before you call into the program. And then when I take your call, also we'll need to know your name and where you're calling us from. Then you go on to tell us what you have to tell us. Now the number to call is 0907 903 0685. I'll take that number again. 0907 903 0685. I think I should take it the 3rd time because this is a new number and my persons might just be having issues now. So this is it again. 0907 903 0685. When you call, tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, and then go on to tell us which of these 5 habits you're guilty of and you think you need to do something about changing so that it doesn't keep you broke. All right, if you're just joining us and wondering what's happening here, this is the Money Boss coming to you live from the studios of Radio Biosa 97.1, Glory FM, Yenegua, Biosa State, Nigeria. And The Money Boss is a financial literacy program that gives you the relevant knowledge, to go about making money, managing money, and multiplying your money. All right, today we are talking about five habits keeping you broke without you realizing it. And we have talked about five of them already. And um, let me just go through them again in case you're just joining so that you will be on the same page with us. We talked about the first habit as treating every financial opportunity like it's your opportunity. And I was able to establish there that it's not every opportunity that you should take. If you are going to build wealth, you mustn't take every opportunity as an opportunity to invest. You mustn't take every opportunity as an opportunity, to do something about it around your finances. No, don't do that. Don't do that at all. Don't do that. Okay. So that's the first one, and then the second one is confusing being busy with being productive. Confusing being busy with being productive. Doing so that you are seeing that you're not idle. You are seeing that you are doing something, whereas that thing you're doing is not really, um, it's not really bringing the desired results around your finances. You have your hands full, you have your plate full, but it's not translating into um, financial, freedom, financial well-being for you. And then we talked about refusing to let your money sit still. And I said that around that point is people not being able to control themselves, to discipline themselves to the point whereby they are able to easy rest easy, knowing that they have money in their account. The moment money is spending spree, say that is not good for this journey. And then we also talked about uh, making yourself indispensable to everyone else except yourself. So everyone has access to your money. Every need you want to go all out there, to see what solution you can render, whereas you haven't built enough financial capacity to do that. And then the fifth one, refusing to increase your financial standards. You're just comfortable where you are and nothing about it to get better financially. Points or five habits we're talking about. So your calls are being expected. Call into the program. I want to believe that people are expecting in yet, but I would really love for you to engage with us. Call into the program and tell us which of these points, these habits, which of these habits you are guilty of and you want to change. All right, the number again 0907 903 0685. I think I'll have to do this more often with this number, given that it's a new one, so that you can get it. 0907 903 0685. On YouTube, go to the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, I see some persons here already. You can engage with us. Go to the comment section and let us know which of these habits you're guilty of. Or if you have any one that hasn't, been said, we might want to learn from you. You tell us that financial habit that has kept you, where you are, that you don't like and you want to change. And you might also tell us what you want to do to change that habit so that we can also learn from what you are saying. So again, the number is 0907 903 0685. Now, I just remembered last week on the program, somebody called me I said today I was going to address it before I started, but I forgot. So now that I've remembered, because she might be listening, and I, I disappointed her, so to speak, because she called into the program and calling from a hospital bed, and she said that she wanted to get my number, and I told her I was going to call out the number by the end of the program. Unfortunately, I completely forgot. I also said I was going to call out the contact of the young chap we had uh, in the studio last week. That's Yerite Aibai, in case someone would want to reach him. I also completely forgot to do that, and I ended the program. So please, if you're listening and you were listening for my number last week, I'm really sorry about that. I hope I remember to call it out today before I finally leave the studio. So, waiting for you to engage with us. We're talking about the five uh, money habits keeping you broke without you realizing it. Again, the number is 0907 903 0685. Call in, tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, and then go on to tell us any one of these habits that could be keeping you, broke without you realizing. Are you treating every financial opportunity like it's your opportunity? Do you jump at you have or presented you every opportunity that comes your way? Do you jump at it with hopes that this could just make you blow, like we would say here, I want to blow? Okay? Do you just jump at every opportunity? Let us know. And even if you've had some lessons around this thing that's being talked about today, would really love to know from and hear from you. So call and tell us about this. And all right, I'm tempted to give her the old number, but I don't know if I should. I didn't want to give her that number at all because I want to use this particular number for this purpose of calls into this program. But I know that people are trying the other one because that's the one they are used to. So I don't know. Maybe I should just call out that one also alongside this one. So you are you are waiting for they call that alongside this one. All right. 0806 036. Again, the number is 0806 to rather you call is 006. Those of you on YouTube, I need you to engage with us. Tell us where you are. Tell us where you are watching us from, and then we want to know your experience around what we are talking about today. Have you treated every financial opportunity like it's your opportunity? What opportunity was? Let us know in the comments section. And if you haven't subscribed, I would say again, please subscribe to the Money Boss on YouTube and like this live stream, and also share if possible. Share it. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you won't miss anything from the Money Boss going forward. All right, 00603628898 or 0907903068 to call in order to be part of this program. The time is going very fast, and today I don't know what's happening. If we're having signals with the network, I don't know. Problems, I beg your pardon, with the signals. I don't know, but we haven't had any calls coming in yet. But we are going to keep trying. We're going to keep trying. And okay, I see some persons engaging, trying to engage with us on YouTube. You go ahead, like this stream, and also comment on what is being talked about today while we expect you, our radio audience, to call in. Do you confuse being busy with being productive? Do you do everything with the hopes that you are going to, you know, make more money from being busy? Like I said earlier on, if that is you, you might want to have a rethink and begin to structure the things you do properly so that instead of burning yourself out, instead of wearing hale and hearty, and at the same time, you're, being productive. So many things at the same time. And there was a time in my life that I would say I envied them, me, that's going through this financially. All right, so I thought about it and give after a while, I think I started, to get busy at so many things. I was doing this, I was doing that, I was doing this, I was doing that. Now, don't confuse what I'm saying with building multiple streams of income. In building multiple streams of income, you are intelligently, you know, seeking for ways to increase your income source. That means you have researched. That means you have tested out certain things, maybe certain ideas, certain concepts around finances, and then you have launched out to begin to do these things intelligently with wisdom, I would say. That's quite different. We just, okay, this is what's on board, I do it. Another one comes, I do it. And at the end of the day, you're doing like five, six, seven things, hoping that these things will produce the desired fruit, which is money, you know, better income. But rather than doing that, it is wearing you thin, it is burning you out and counterproductive. So, have you, been into this? Call us and let us know, or engage with us on YouTube if you're watching us and let us know if that has been you. Confusing being busy with being productive. And then also refusing to let your money sit still. Are you like I was? That in fact at night I won't be able to sleep just thinking about this money in my account, calculating in my head, okay, I have this much, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And we won't just sit still, or rather, I won't just sit still until I am done exhausting that money. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. In the event that there's anybody just joining us, this is counterproductive to wealth building. If you will build wealth, you have to know enough discipline financially to keep your money still for a bit, not perpetually, but for some time. Maybe until a better opportunity presents itself, or maybe until you have achieved the purpose for which you have kept that money or those monies aside up until that time. So, are you one that can't sit still or can't allow your money sit still? Then let us also know, and let's see how you intend to go about, building that discipline required to help you keep money still in your account so that you can build wealth. All right, so that's about refusing to let your money sit still. And I'll call out the phone number again: 0907 903 0685 or 006 036 2898. When you do call, tell us your name, tell us where you are calling from, and then go right on to let us know which of these habits you are, you know, saddled with, I would say, and what you intend to do to change it. Now, going forward, again with the habits, the fourth one is making yourself indispensable to everyone except yourself. Make yourself indispensable to everyone except yourself. Helping everybody, being God, playing God, or accept yourself. So you give to others, but you don't have enough to set aside for your future. You tell yourself, I will be wealthy, or I am wealthy. I am a millionaire, I am a billionaire, whatever it is you're telling yourself. But you are not doing the necessary things required to get you to that point. You're saying 5 years and 10 years, I want to be uh, uh, this much, financial. Uh, 10 million, I want to have maybe a billion or whatever it is. You tell yourself, you set a financial goal for yourself. You tell yourself, no, this is not where I'm going to end. This is not where I'm going to be at in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. But the steps needed for you to attain to that thing that you said, or that place you say you want to be, you want to find yourself in the next 5, 10 years financially. You're not generous to yourself enough to attain to it. So 5 years come because you have been indispensable to every other person with your finances except yourself, better than where you were the last 5 years or 10 years. So are you like that? I was like that. I'm just getting better, I tell you, because this is a journey. It's a journey, and I am on that journey too. So I know what I'm talking about when I say this. And then, all right, again, the number is 0806 0362898 or 0907 9030685. Call us, tell us your name and where you're calling from, or if you're on YouTube with us, engage with us in the comment section and tell us exactly where you fall into. Which of these habits are you into that is keeping you where you are financially? And then, are you one refusing to increase your financial standards? If you do not increase your financial standards, you're going to be at the same level. It doesn't matter how long or how hard you push it. If you don't do something to increase your financial standards, you will still be at that point. So, are you refusing to do that? Or you just don't know how to do it? Well, the Money Boss is here to help. If it is a case of you don't know how to do it, you can always engage with us, and then together we'll work around, you know, what you can do to begin to increase your financial standards. There's so many things you need to do. Hmm? I know that genuinely some persons wouldn't know, and some might know but just can't bring themselves to, get to do it. We're here. That's why we're here. We're here to help. Let's grow together, hmm, on this journey towards financial freedom. So it appears we are not going to have calls today because I don't know. I can't say the reason, but it has so happened today. All right. So now that we have talked a lot about these 5 habits that might be keeping you broke without you realizing it, we would have to look at how to fix them. How do we fix them? It's simple, just flipping it. So if you treat going forward, if you want to change that, you would